hands stable, I feel able to turn the tables. I could do this, just keep moving, keep your hands up, stupid. I feel lucid, a new view, and I can see the end, I can see my future, I can view it. It's right there for the taking. Everything I've ever wanted, dreams are just waiting. I just gotta fight for it, willing to die for it, willing to lack soreness, I just need to hike for it. I'm standing up cause I've had enough. I won't give up, I'm a champion. As long as I'm breathing, I'm not retreating. I could be bleeding, I'll take a beating and keep on proceeding. I'm not fatiguing, cause once I enter the ring, I'll be undefeated.
We are live from Metro City Square Garden. This is CWA Undefeated. A big night of action ahead. The six-man elimination match for the CWA World Championship. Perhaps a historic match. Perhaps the end of Victor Ortega's undefeated streak. The 500 trillion powers get their shot at the United and Mighty. Sunrise Nishisenba continues her march towards that IJWPW World title, and the SWF World Championship will also be on the line. And the battle between brothers, El Stinger and El Fuerte. But by the sounds of it, we're kicking things off here with an unusual and exotic team-up between King Rasta Gomes and Mysterious Budo. King Rasta Gomes still at war with the agents of the Wraith. The Wraith, remember, going all the way back to the Crash Carnival, was responsible for separating Rasta Gomes from his manager Freak. That has been resolved. Freak is back with him. And now the Cult of the Wraith continues to bedevil King Rasta Gomes. So many matches tonight. The Wraith in that six-man elimination championship match. Of course, the Wraith's reach will also be felt in the match with El Fuerte. And he emerged as an unseen guardian during the battles with Blood Wrestling Association and the Cult of the Wraith. Somewhere in that mist, there he is! Mysterious Budo. With the fire of his competitive spirit stoked, he has stepped up to aid in the battle against the Cult of the Wraith. For months, we wondered where his allegiances stood, what side he was really on. Well, he has finally stood against members of Blood Wrestling Association. Of course, the Wraith is part of BWA. And by extension, the Cult of the Wraith is part of BWA. Now the sides are even. Mysterious Budo coming here to team with King Rasta Gomes. Mysterious, he is elusive. The demon of sobriety, the great Oni, but oh no! As a cold chill fills Metro City Square Garden and fire shoots at the arena, the Cult of the Wraith is on their way. Hey, wait a second. Wait just a second. There is a third man trailing these cultists. There are 3 cultists entering the arena right now. Marching in procession, this eerie ritual. These hooded men marching to the dark mantra of the Wraith, and I am very unsettled. Begin their chant. This eerie worship of the Wraith. We're used to 2 of these cultists, but now it appears there are 3. I do not believe that is El Fuerte. El Fuerte has not taken to wearing the robes, despite falling under the Wraith's spell. The Freak is in the ring. They're all in the ring. Well, this is supposed to be a 2-on-2 tag team match, but it looks like this has turned into a 3-on-3. And Freak is not usually a competitor. The monkey manager of King Rasta Gomes takes one of the cultists down with some sort of tilt-a-whirl move. We are going to do our best to follow this action. Very chaotic scenes here. All 6 men in the ring. Looks like Freak has a cover. Only 2. I'm pretty impressed by that, though. Mysterious Budo stopping him. He's got to watch his back, though. Freak is there. Oh, DDT! And the monkey manager hooks the leg again. Unbelievable. It's like King Rasta Gomes is brawling with one of the cultists on the outside. Oh my, look at that! Mysterious Budo over the top rope. Oh, but the power slam on Freak. And now King Rasta Gomes hits a running power slam of his own. Mysterious Budo is there to protect Freak. And thank goodness he is. Somebody's got to watch his back. Oh, look at that. Spewing that mist, and well, there's a shooting star press by Freak. He's going for another cover. Hey, he got it! He got it! And with Mysterious Budo watching his back, Freak has secured the victory in this impromptu 6-man tag match. A tornado tag. And look at this, Freak and Rasta Gomes beside themselves. The wild man is fired up. The Wraith fears King Rasta Gomes, and he's giving him a reason to here tonight.
Trust me, superstar, I got to protect my investments. Just security. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Well, up next, Superstar Joe, the undefeated Superstar Joe, is going to attempt to get 20-0. And of course, later tonight, we have that Vale Tudo Superfight. But first, the Superstar Challenge. Tonight, the spotlight is on Victor Ortega, but he isn't the only man to go undefeated in CWA. For 19 bouts, the Superstar Challenge has invited anyone to face Superstar Joe in the ring, and for 19 bouts, he's beaten them all. Tonight, he comes to CWA Undefeated to go 20-0, and with impressive wins over everyone from Gator Grant to current IJWPW World Champion Black Widow, he'll be ready for anything. Here we go. You could not have CWA Undefeated without Superstar Joe and the Superstar Challenge. Hey, wait a second. Well, Superstar Joe is accompanied by his manager, Don Savage, but also perhaps the security, perhaps the insurance that Don Savage was concerned about last night. Big fight Gerald Golby. And oh, look at that! Hey, don't hit Golby. And of course, Superstar Joe was set upon by 2 members of Los Dragones Eternos. Don Savage got attacked by Bad Faith Question. It's really put a little bit of a freeze into Don Savage's confidence. But with Big Fight Gerald Golby at their side, you can only imagine that these guys will be supremely confident as Superstar Joe attempts to pursue his 20th victory.
Do you smell what the heck
Hey,
is
wait.
cooking? The Hexes.
Ah, come on.
The Hexes.
Well, it's the Los Dragones two-man
Hexes.
special. They tried it with Thunderbolts and Lamb Chop a couple of weeks ago on Saturday Night Slam Masters. It looks like they're going to have another shot.
Hexes.
And I thought the Heck had turned over a new leaf.
The
I
Hexes.
thought this guy was enjoying
The
a
Hexes.
new sense of unity with the fans, but he's come here to take the 2-on-1 advantage against Superstar Joe. It's a good thing Don
Como se
Samad
tu matito papel.
has brought Big Fight Gerald Gobi out here.
The Heck.
The Heck has had his issues with Superstar Joe over the last month or so. It looks like it's going to be a tag team match, so another impromptu expansion on a match. We just did that with the 6-man tag, and now it's going to be a 2-on-2 Superstar challenge. Look at that, what a jump spinning kick. Superstar Joe coming out hard and fast. Going to the top rope. High risk. Bad Faith Questions running in. Oh no. He just tagged Superstar jumping off the top rope. The diving forearm. The Heck is down. Leg is hooked. Are you kidding me? In record time. Superstar Joe with that top rope diving forearm. I don't think Bad Faith Question even suspected it. The Heck takes the cover, and Superstar Joe and Gerald Gobi pick up the win. Not bad for a night's work for Gerald Gobi, but for Superstar Joe, he is undefeated, 20-0. Superstar Joe living up to the name on the marquee, but now it's time for that Vale Tudo Superfight. Perhaps a match that will favor Boris Gagarin, although we got to remember Alex has extensive history in the Vale Tudo fighting world. He is a tournament-tested competitor, and these guys have had a lot of issues over the last couple of months, going right back to Destiny of the Strongest. Of course, the Vale Tudo Superfight, you got to win by competing in 3 5-minute rounds, win by submission, knockout, or decision. Low blows and eye gouging are discouraged, but Vale Tudo means no rules. Of course, our judges, Captain Commando, the acting commissioner, Yoko Harmageddon, and Antler Inoki. If this thing goes the distance, they will decide the winner. And you can see some of the troubles that have occurred between these two. They haven't really been able to keep their hands off each other. A lot of brawling throughout the arenas during Saturday Night Slam Masters. Alex got the better of him for a little while, but in the end it was United and Mighty and Boris Gagarin who got on top. And here he comes. Hey, check it out. Alex stepping up to this Vale Tudo Superfight. Very intriguing. I can't imagine that Alex will be modifying his style significantly. He is really more of a grappler, a wrestler at heart, but a high-impact kind of approach to professional wrestling. These fans get behind him. He's dressed for the occasion, at least. He's tied the hair back. That's a good strategy. You do not want your vision compromised. Hair pulling is legal. And here he comes. Looks like he's got some new gear. One of the sponsors of this event, Ivan Coin, follow the blue star and take opportunity. Future of spending, although I don't know. Boris Gagarin looks very focused here. We're going to try to focus up as well. Boris Gagarin, I've seen him in one Vale Tudo Superfight. This is unusual. Usually we expect Gerald Gobi to be involved in these things. Of course, Gerald Gobi and Boris Gagarin settled their issues with each other some time ago in the first Vale Tudo Superfight for CWA. Gerald Gobi won that one. Will it be a different story for Boris Gagarin this time? We're about to find out. First round, 5 minutes on the clock. Here we go. Let's get it on. Knife edge chop, a little bit of an unusual start for a match of this type. And Gagarin shoots him off the ropes, running cross body, and they're really approaching this like more of a professional wrestling style match, but you got to remember that 5-minute time limit, the round structure, really changes the focus of these guys. They're going to be much more aggressive. They're going to be pursuing that win as best they can. Going to change their approach. There's a hard forearm from Boris Gagarin. I think Gagarin striking game will be his advantage, but he uses that sunset powerbomb. Of course, Alex uses that heavy hammer powerbomb, a version of the crucifix powerbomb, and it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out as the trapped clotheslines put Alex back on the mat. And there you go. There's the expertise of Boris Gagarin taking the mount position. Those hard punches. Jawbreaker by Alex. Trying to make something happen. Hey, look at this. No. Perhaps think of that heavy hammer, but Boris Gagarin had it scouted. The counter, and now the strikes. But no, Alex able to catch the leg, drives the elbow in, almost a Muay Thai influence. There's a suplex. That's the wrestling style of Alex coming to the fore. Driving the big knee there. Right to the skull. Hard shots. Anything goes here. More punches. And that is going to wear away at Boris Gagarin. This is more what you would expect to see in these kinds of these Vale Tudo super fights. But really, you just never know what you're going to see. Oh, look at this. Power bomb. And a driving knee. Harsh impact. And Boris Gagarin is taking a lot of damage to the head right now. There's another suplex. And Gagarin getting tossed around the ring. It looks like Alex is really settling in here. Going back with those stiff right hands right to the head. Gagarin in a bit of trouble here. Got to come up with something. Well, Alex has got him up. Hey, using the turnbuckle. Not usually encouraged in this kind of match, but hey, anything goes. Just can't leave the ring, and there's a vicious kick to the face, and now following up with more strikes. Boris Gagarin in real trouble here. The judges will be observing this, and right now I got to think that the advantage goes to Alex. Hey, wait a second. From the top rope. Hey, wait. We haven't seen that in a Vale Tudo super fight before. What's Alex got in mind here? Go behind. German suplex. He's got that waist lock held in. You can see Gagarin bleeding from the head. Oh, look at that. And the referee calls for the stoppage. It is a knockout win. We're getting used to seeing this in these Vale Tudo super fights. Neither of these guys really submission style fighters. Not surprising to see this come down to a knockout, and just the constant barrage of shots to the head. You can see it opened up a big cut on Gagarin. Alex really very aggressive, very focused in his attack. And he picks up a huge win here in the Vale Tudo super fight. Gets one back against Boris Gagarin. Hey, wait here. Gerald Colby. What's going on here? Staring him down and maybe just shaking his hand. Could this be the next Vale Tudo super fight? Well, up next, IJWPW Championship's going to be on the line, and Sunrise Nishisenba, not really undefeated technically, but in singles competition, she has really just been tearing through the Joshi division. Wins against Elena, against Rainbow Mika. She's really defeated a who's who of CWA's Joshi division. Of course, she teamed with Maple Storm. That's where the loss came in. Maple Storm was pinned by Yamato Nadeshiko, but Sunrise Nishisenba took care of it. And now she's coming out here to take care of the champ. You see there, 5 wins, 2 losses. Got statistics for you all night, all part of the CWA Undefeated treatment. Sunrise Nishisenba has been on the warpath toward this championship. She has rapidly risen through the ranks, really developed quite a following here at CWA. This is going to be a good one. Strength, power. What she lacks in discipline and technique, she makes up for in brute force. Really a barroom brawler. Loves a drink, but she is going to be stone cold sober here. As the champ enters the arena, Joshi dominance personified. Black Widow still wearing that headgear. She is now a two-time IJWPW World Champion. She won that title back at Destiny of the Strongest in the Joshi Battle Royal. And she is, whoa, look at that. Black Widow has really lorded over the Joshi division, by far the biggest, the heaviest competitor. She is skilled in so many different ways. She has a lot of dimensions to her game. She's developed a submission style. She's got that gymnastic quality to her approach. She's strong, but against Sunrise Nishisenba, she's not going to be able to rely on that strength. The advantage is not quite as significant. This is going to be very interesting. Nishisenba raising her hands. It'll be interesting to see if the occasion does anything to throw her off her game. This is her biggest match so far. Black Widow raises that title. Of course, Sunrise Nishisenba was unable to qualify for that Destiny of the Strongest Championship Battle Royal. That's what brought her into our fold. It was a tag team qualifying match. Led to the conflict with Nana DeCoco. There's the gold. That is what it's all about. Tremendous matchup here. It's going to happen. Here we go. Aggressive start from Sunrise Nishisenba, and I would really expect no less. As she just absolutely woman handles Black Widow. Black Widow, of course, came to CWA competing in the men's division. That is strictly forbidden according to State Sporting Commission rules. She has found her way into the Joshi ranks, and she has just been dominant as she takes to the mat, working the knee of Sunrise Nishisenba, perhaps softening her up for some kind of submission hold. She's been using that crossface submission. Oh, look at that. There's that gymnastic acrobatic quality. Nice hip toss. Hooks the leg. Only two. Black Widow really applying the pressure, using her skills in various disciplines. There's a hard knee. You'd expect something like that in the Vale Tudo Superfight. Goes to the top rope. Nishisenba stunned, and there's a clothesline from the top rope. And Black Widow feeling very comfortable. Nishisenba tries to get some space, sends her back into the ring. Can't win the title on a countout. Hard right hand. And Nishisenba playing to the crowd. She's got to watch her back. There's a clothesline. Black Widow taking full advantage. You can't underestimate the mind games as she cranks that arm. Definitely thinking about that crossface submission, I got to think. She'll trap that arm. She'll crank that neck. Do a lot of damage. Oh, look at that. Driving the knees into the midsection. Goes for another cover. Really maintaining this pressure. First time challenger for the championship, and Black Widow is really just making her earn it. Nishisenba kicking the legs out. There's that strength. Oh, look at that. No. The backflip kick of Black Widow. That gymnastic quality. Able to hit the target. She was a little bit out of position, I thought. And there's another hip toss. Oh, look at this. Dragon screw. The takedown. And once again, though, Nishisenba playing to the crowd. She has got to stay focused here. She's got to find her own motivation. Oh, look at that. The trap brainbuster. Leg is hooked. This could be. No. Nishisenba showing tremendous staying power here. But she's got to maintain focus. Here it comes. That crossface submission. She's got the arm trapped there. Cranking back on the neck and the back. Pulling the face, and Nishisenba, no choice but to tap out. And the first of 4 championship matches goes in favor of the champ. Every one of these champions comes in here undefeated, at least as of their last title win. But I still wonder if tonight might be historic. Victor Ortega in that 6-man elimination match. Here, the Black Widow on top of the Joshi division, still on top of the IJWPW Championship chase. Unfortunate for Sunrise Nishisenba.
Can you believe we're not on the card, dude? What's with the reverse tan, brother? And what are you trying to live like the real Zangief again? The jig is up. Everybody knows you're a Tin Man. You look stupid, dude.
Hey, wait.
Hey, off!
I think that is the real Zangief. Oh, look at that! What a slam! And Hulk Hogan getting a little taste of his own medicine. And up next, the SWF World Championship. Master Barnes coming to CWA to answer the challenge to the champions of the world issued by Victor Ortega. It was an incredible match. Master Barnes tested Ortega in ways he has not been. And now Master Barnes will answer the challenge of Raiden. And you can see in these highlights, very hard-hitting, high-impact style. There's that pile driver version of the Gonzo bomb. He's developed it into a pile driver. Unable to defeat Victor Ortega, but he is here to defend his gold. This is the man who will try to take it. The Thunder from Down Under, another one of these SNK competitors. Coming out of the SNK territories, the SWF. He has teamed with King of Dinosaurs, joined us as part of the heat-up scramble, was a surprise entrant into the 30-man match, and formed that alliance with King of Dinosaurs, the two of them working against Team GAW, some more of those SNK territory fighters. But now Raiden stands alone, has issued the challenge to Master Barnes. Guess he saw the opportunity, why not? Fans not quite warming up to him yet. Whoa, look at that. Oh, maybe winning the fans over now. Should be very interesting. Two big burly guys. This is going to be a hard-hitting affair, I'm sure. And here we go. That ominous music means ominous things for us walking into this arena with those spikes on his shoulders and chest. He is the reigning SWF World Heavyweight Champion. He is Master Barnes. He is an impressive sight. An intimidating character, to be sure. Almost feel like he and Sheepy Royal might get along, but maybe that comparison is apropos given the similarities between Raiden and Sheepy Royal. And there it is. There's that SWF World title. This is going to be very interesting. One of the unique features here for CWA Undefeated. That's the gold. The SWF World Championship. So interesting. Raiden just got something to say to somebody. A big Aussie, another one of these Aussies who's played the ball sports and transitioned into the world of wrestling. He's also got a bit of a history in sumo. A real cult figure in Japan. Takes his name for the storm god Raiden. Let's see if he can make some thunder here. Here we go. They tie up. Raiden. Oh, the clothesline in the corner. And we know he will use that Raiden bomber. Oh, look at that. Dropping 300 pounds down across the chest of Master Barnes. Champ is feeling it here. We knew this was going to be a hard-hitting affair. Hard shots from Raiden. Goes back for some more. Master Barnes in some real trouble here. And Raiden once again dropping down with that seated senton style move. Only one. Master Barnes is a big, strong guy. He will endure. Oh, what's it going to be? Oh, the pile driver! And maybe this is going to be another record win. Master Barnes kicking those legs and trying to psych himself up here. Raiden seizing the opportunity, looking for another power bomb. He got that sit-out power bomb. Master Barnes under fire, under siege. There's a knee strike. Doing what he can. And once again, looking to the crowd, turning his back on Raiden. Similar scenes to what we saw with Sunrise Nishisenba. There's the scoop slam. And now Raiden plays to the crowd. They tie up, but this time it's Master Barnes with a nice short punch. And whoa, Raiden over the top rope, spills to the outside right in front of us. Nice elbow drop. Good fundamentals, that's the kind of thing that wins matches. A lot of work to be done for Master Barnes, though. Short uppercuts. And now there's the double leg. Looking for the Boston Crab here. We saw him use this against Victor Ortega. Tremendously effective, but he cannot win with the submission out here. Referee cannot call the tap. Raiden able to kick his legs. Use the strength of those legs to kick Master Barnes off of him. That Boston Crab could be a go-to. There's the standing strikes. Combination blows. Master Barnes now. Oh, Master Barnes! There's that Gonzo driver. Hooks the leg. Oh, he got him. The Gonzo driver finishing Raiden. A deadly move. It's the evolution of the Gonzo bomb that he usually uses. Master Barnes, a master of the power bombs. It was Raiden that hit the sit-out power bomb. We didn't even get to see any of the power bombs from Master Barnes. That Boston Crab doing some damage, really sending a scare into Raiden. But in the end, it was the Gonzo driver. There it is. And he is still the SWF champion, a guy so similar to Victor Ortega in his dominance over his championship division. That's the win here at CWA Undefeated. Hey, wait, there's King of Dinosaurs. King of Dinosaurs. Gazing at the SWF champion. Maybe he wants a shot.
Boris, wear a shirt. Boris, not wear shirt. You sponsor, put on shirt. Нет. Boris, put on shirt. Нет. Boris, why you not wear shirt?
What the heck? Well, I guess the United and Mighty not so united in their adoption of this new sponsor, Ivan Coin. We take you back to Destiny of the Strongest, where they won the Tag Team Championship. It was a chaotic scene, this four-way championship match, and the Hyper Cannons came in as the champs, but you could see throughout the match, the 500 Trillion Powers, they were pursuing that opportunity as fiercely as they could. They have been chasing that championship match for so long, forced to compete in this four-way match. They crossed paths with the United and Mighty repeatedly, but in the end, it was Boris who scored the cover on the thing. Very surprising result, to be sure. But now the 500 Trillion Powers are going to get their shot at a 2-on-2 contest as they enter this arena. They have been fighting so hard, really, since the Crash Carnival when Birdie joined us. One of the top teams here at CWA. Of course, later tonight, the Hyper Cannons will be in action in a no disqualification falls count anywhere match against the Silent Assassins. I'm sure the Hyper Cannons will be taking their opportunity to get that goal again when they can, but right now, it is all about the 500 trillion powers, Titan the Great and Birdie. And here they come, the tag team champions, Boris and Igor. They have really emerged as a powerhouse in the tag team division. Runners-up at Muscle Bomber Duo when we crowned new champs. Narrowly missed out against the Hyper Cannons, but it was the destiny of the strongest when they were able to turn it around. A bit of a spat there in the backstage area, not quite seeing eye to eye about the sponsorship. But we got to imagine that the United and Mighty will be united in trying to keep that tag team championship on their shoulders. There they are, the 500 trillion powers that have been at this game for a long time. This is going to be another hard-hitting match, I'm sure, for really big guys. United and Mighty, so powerful. Not just a name, they are mighty. And there it is. That's what it's all about as Titan the Great watches on. Referee taking those title belts, giving them to the ring bell man. One of these teams is going to leave with them. So far it has been all champions here at CWA Undefeated. There's a DDT from the champ. The third of 4 championship matches tonight. Now Boris gets him up in the bear hug. Titan the Great getting the life squeezed out of him here by Boris. Able to drive the elbow to the back of the skull. Fights his way out. Shoulder tackle doesn't do much. And now Boris, he's got him. Hard shot, taking the wind out of Titan. There's a clothesline. Titan the Great under fire right now, looking for the knee. Titan able to avoid it. There's the face lock. Gets him up. High vertical suplex. Oh no, well, we've been seeing this all night. Titan the Great turns his back. Now Boris walks him to a hostile corner, not where Titan the Great wants to be. This is a rough start right now for Titan. And oh, look at that! The 2-man back body drop, sending Titan up and over, legs hooked. Could it be? Birdie watching on. Hey, wait a second. Well, Igor looking to start something, but Birdie finishes it, snapping him off the ropes. Titan trying to get some kind of momentum here. There's a splash. For the cover, really just more of a psychological strategy, just applying pressure. He's firing up now. They tie up. He's got Igor in his clutches. Slams him against the turnbuckle. Gonna take more than that, though. Igor and Boris, so strong. Here comes Birdie. Oh, look at that! Ran right into a neck breaker. Tossing Birdie across the ring. Oh my. And oh, look at that! And again, the German suplex with the release. Boris and Igor really coming hard at the 500 trillion powers. Gets him up in the face lock. He's got him hanging. That is the hanging vertical suplex. We've seen Titan use this move as well. Oh, there it goes. That hanging vertical. And now hoists Birdie up. Oh, the running power slam. And this is a very rough start for the 500 trillion powers. Not looking good right now. Well, not looking good for Boris. Not sure what he was looking for there. Didn't seem to get any of it. As Titan tags back in. Oh, there you go. Sends him up and over. And Boris able to catch him, turning his back once again. And now Boris firing up for the crowd. Oh, look at that, the big boot. A giant big boot. Not doing enough though. Boris charging in with a clothesline in the corner. Titan rolls to the side of the ring here. Igor is there to send him right back. Nowhere to hide. Boris just saying hi to Birdie and now slamming Titan down to the mat. Makes the tag, and the United and Mighty is showing a real united front here. Tremendous synergy as a team. Both of these teams are really working well together, but it's the United and Mighty out there as a splash. United and Mighty, who are certainly in control of this match right now. Titan, forearm, chops. There's that toss move that he uses. Signature move. It's a 2 count. Clearly frustrated. Titan's got to maintain his cool here. And he does so. Makes the tag. Maybe just going to cool off while Birdie handles Igor. There's the face lock. Oh, not again. Once again, Birdie suspended in that hanging vertical suplex. Bad place to be. And he comes crashing back down to the mat. Birdie's a tough guy. He can handle himself. He can take this punishment, but eventually it will take its toll. There's a backbreaker. And tagging back in Titan. 500 trillion powers really getting tested here. Shoots him off the ropes. Meeting of the minds. There's a modified splash in the corner. Oh, look at that, the sweep kick. Catches Igor by surprise, and once again, Titan is trying to fire up here, trying to use the energy of the crowd to fuel him, but no. Oh, look at that, Boris. Hammer and sickle combination with authority. That clothesline, the exclamation point. And now stomping on Titan. Titan maybe not finished. Oh, what a clothesline. Birdie desperately trying to call to Titan. Titan dives. He makes the tag. But Birdie runs right into a neck breaker. A neck breaker drop. And now Boris with the face lock. He's Birdie for the 3rd time. The blood rushing to his head. Hung up there in that hanging vertical suplex. Both of the United and Mighty absolutely torturing Birdie here right now. Over kick. Birdie caught him. Nice forearm strike. A little bit of desperation maybe in Birdie. Doing what he can here to try to get back into this match. It's been all the United and Mighty, but wait a second. Wait a second. There's a powerbomb. He's got it. He's got him held. There's 2. He does these combination power bombs. The triple leg is hooked. Igor is watching on, but no, only 2. And these fans showing their appreciation. These things can change on a dime with those high-impact moves. You can see Boris slumped against the rope. That triple powerbomb clearly taking its toll as Titan now bouncing him off the ropes like a ping pong ball. I think the power bombs and the attack by Titan really taking the wind out of Boris here as Titan goes to the top rope. What's he gonna do? The big man coming down with a headbutt, I think. That diving headbutt, maybe just not quite catching a splash. Tags back in Birdie. Boris is down. Boris is struggling. There's the headbutt. We know that Birdie loves to use that move. Boris in the corner. Clothesline. Maybe just some signs of hope for the 500 trillion power as Boris really struggling. Looking for oxygen. There's the splash from Birdie. That is really punishing Boris. And Boris is pretty unresponsive right now. I think these unrelenting attacks are really just keeping Boris on the back foot. Sucking in the oxygen is going to get real difficult here as Birdie starts throwing him around. Got to keep in mind that count. Referee 10 count will cost them the title. Can't win. And there's a neck breaker from Igor. Boris making the tag. Gets him a chance to maybe recoup. But oh, look at this. There's that triple power bomb. Birdie going for it again, and now Igor is suffering the punishment. Leg is hooked. Boris has enough in the tank to get right on top of it, though. Titan the Great making sure he heads back to his corner. And Birdie just a little bit arrogant there, but the triple power bombs are really proving effective. The leg is hooked. Well, only one. Not that effective, I suppose. As he steps to the middle rope. Coming down with a diving shoulder, and suddenly the 500 trillion powers look like they're in a good position right now. I think Birdie is really got to take a lot of credit for that. What's going on here? Looking for the double team. Looking for the double team. Oh, the spike pile driver. That could be it. That could be it! Titan. He is poised. Through to the midsection. What's he got in mind here? Gets him up in the rack. And Boris is there to get Igor out of the torture rack. But suddenly Titan the Great seems to be in control of this match. As he plays to the crowd, Igor runs around looking for Birdie. It looks like Birdie's dropped Boris. Boris is down once again. Igor is flat in the center of the ring. Titan's got to get his mind on the job here. As he circles the ring, Boris still struggling. Igor just nailed Birdie, though. Through to the midsection. Titan's going back for it. He's going back for that torture rack as Birdie and Boris brawl on the outside. He's got him up in the torture rack. Igor tapped. Igor just tapped. The 500 trillion powers have done it. Unbelievable. Well, they were under siege from the start of this match. It looked like it was going to be all the United and Mighty. But somehow the 500 trillion powers fought their way back into this match. They are a superb team. And it was Titan the Great with a torture rack getting the submission. Unbelievable. And we got new tag team champions here. The first title change here at CWA Undefeated as they snatch those golden belts. Some people said they couldn't do it, but they have proven everybody wrong. New champs. The 500 trillion powers, Birdie and Titan. There's Ivan working his way through the building. He's going to be in action later tonight in that World Championship match. He's got a different look. Interesting, but up next, El Stinger and El Fuerte, a battle of brothers.
alone no longer. Pains me to see you claimed by the darkness. Come to me, my brother.
And it has got to be so difficult for El Stinger to come out here for this match as he makes his entrance. Oh, look at that! One of the most dynamic muscle bombers here at CWA. And you can see he's gone the full Meteorito Jr. tribute. The gold and white. Oh, look at that as he soars into the ring, just as Meteorito Jr. did once long ago. Of course, it is the legacy of their mentor, the bond between these two guys, not blood brothers, but brothers of Lucha Libre, brothers of discipline, brothers of their experiences and their wars in the ring. It was the injury sustained by Meteorito Jr. all those years ago in combat with Inoki that has made El Fuerte vulnerable to the corruption of the Wraith. And we saw that shocking revelation at Destiny of the Strongest. We thought that El Fuerte had been rescued by Mysterious Budo. But as you see, he enters this arena wearing that dark garb. He is compromised, corrupted. The anger that he felt towards Inoki has been twisted by the Wraith. Still showing signs of the old El Fuerte, making this entrance high energy, but you see he is a changed man. And El Stinger gazing across the ring at a man he considers his brother, and now he must face him in the ring. El Stinger, arm wrench, going to the top rope here. This is the Lucha Libre style that has made El Stinger the king of Lucha Libre. Something the King of Dinosaurs has objected to. Of course, later tonight, another luchador who goes by the name King is going to be in that World Championship match. A surprising arrival last night on Saturday Night Slam Masters in the battle with King of Dinosaurs for King of Lucha Libre, but that is a crown that we consider El Stinger's as he drives the knee into El Fuerte. But titles really mean nothing as El Stinger fights for the soul of El Fuerte. Takes him down. And I've got to think each one of these blows is just like a knife in the heart of El Stinger. It has to pain him to be fighting his brother. But with every blow, he attempts to break the dark shadow, the spell that has been cast over El Fuerte as he holds him on the mat. Grounded, but El Stinger releases the hold. And now El Fuerte with a combination of strikes. There's a DDT. El Fuerte fighting in the name of the Wraith. Wow. Tremendous Lucha Libre acrobatics. There's the sweep kick. El Stinger is down. And this battle for the soul of El Fuerte. Leapfrog, and there's that backflipping kick again. Tremendous maneuvers by El Fuerte. He has not lost a step. He may be corrupted, but he is still spectacular. Drops the leg there. Guillotine leg drop. Firing up here. The crowd not quite sure how to deal with it. I don't think they know whether to cheer or to fear. There's the strikes. El Fuerte gets him up. These guys so well, evenly matched. They know each other so well. It's a compelling contest. If it were under different circumstances, it would be an exciting competition. These guys certainly not afraid of a little bit of a contest, but there's the drop kick. It is about so much more than that. This match is a ritual. It is a cleansing. Stomping on his brother. His brother in the mask. His brother in Lucha Libre. And what kind of psychological impact, I wonder, is this Meteorito Jr. mask and tights having on? Oh, look at that! From the top rope, the atomic moonsault. He's got the leg hooked. The moonsault finishes it. And how fitting. In the tribute gear to Meteorito Jr., it is that high-flying moonsault. The moonsault that Meteorito Jr. used to soar with. The move that was taken from him by the injury sustained against Alan Rinoki. Now El Stinger is victorious. But I can't imagine that celebration is entirely sincere as he goes to check on El Fuerte at ringside. El Fuerte. What's going on there? El Fuerte's running out of the arena. He seemed to be freaking out. Could El Stinger have gotten through to him? Well, up next, the no-holds-barred match with the Hyper Cannons and Silent Assassins. Another grudge here at CWA Undefeated.
Commissioner, how's the family?
Jessica! Jessica!
How's the family?
It's the Wraith! It's the Wraith!
Oh no, the ring's on fire!
Commissioner, how's the family?
From one personal struggle to the next, the influence of the Wraith continuing to cast a dark shadow over so many of the muscle bombers of CWA. For the Hyper Cannons, it is about the disappearance of Jessica Hager, the home invasion by the Blood Wrestling Association. Lucky Colt was there with Mike Hager as they desperately, frantically searched the Hager residence, only to find BWA where Jessica Hager should have been. BWA, unrelenting. They took Commissioner Hager out, Hulk Hogan and Max Zanke. Powerbombing him through a table, slamming him, hospitalizing him. The Hyper Cannons have been scouring the city, searching for Jessica Hager. Law enforcement impotent in dealing with the matter. And last night on Saturday Night Slam Masters, they found a BWA warehouse. But Jessica Hager was not there. The Silent Assassins, Astro, keeping one step ahead. Astro in the mask. His right-hand man, Kamala the Bouncer. And this should be a bitter, hard-fought encounter. The Silent Assassins still bearing the grudge from their Tag Team Championship match at Heat Up Scramble. But this has gone way deeper than that. This is more personal, more bitter than championships. And you can see the Hyper Cannons are here for a fight, not even waiting for the bell, going right to work. No holds barred. Falls count anywhere. A street fight in some terminology. Alexei Zalazov going to work on Kamala the Bouncer. Astro catches him from behind, but oh, look at this. Lucky Colt has found himself a weapon, a stop sign, a steel stop sign, and he nails Kamala the Bouncer with it. And again, Alexei Zalazov hits that spinning heel kick on Astro. Lucky Colt going for the cover, but maybe choosing to punish him a little bit more, but Kamala the Bouncer gets the sidewalk slam. And a front drop kick from Astro, but Alexei Zalazov able to handle it. There's that stop sign again coming into play. Lucky Colt bending that steel sign over the head of Kamala, but no, the Bouncer able to sidestep the diving crossbody. Alexei Zalazov hits the ropes. Looking for an elbow drop, but Astro able to roll clear of it. And now Astro shoots Alexei Zalazov into the corner. I think Astro got Lucky Colt. The Silent Assassin switching partners. Oh, the backbreaker on Alexei Zalazov. And Lucky Colt is staggered to the ringside area. The same ringside location where he pummeled the Wraith, desperately trying to get answers. The Wraith giving nothing. And there's another backbreaker on Zalazov. Lucky Colt has got to get back in the fight. Seems like he doesn't quite know what he wants to do here. He's got that stop sign. Astro cuts him off. Battling in the ring as the Bouncer and Alexei Zalazov do battle at ringside. Oh, the slingshot spinebuster on the outside. Forget about padding. That kind of an impact is like a car crash, and he just crashed into the announcer's table. Big splash. They are right in front of us. Referee now going to ringside. Kamala has the cover, but no. Referee maybe a little too slow. Zalazov able to kick out. And oh no, Astro uses the stop sign. And Lucky Colt in the ring is suffering. Kamala the Bouncer drops Alexei Zalazov on the edge of the ring. There's a kick inside the ring. Lucky Colt is down. Astro goes for the cover. Only two. Oh, come on. Kamala the Bouncer throwing Alexei Zalazov right at our announcer's desk right here. Tosses Zalazov at ringside. And the Silent Assassins now seem to have the hyper cannons on the ropes. Lucky Colt gets up, but there's a drop kick from Astro. Shoots him over the top rope. Alexei Zalazov has Kamala slumped against the guardrail. That barrier at ringside. There's a spine buster from Astro. Lucky Colt catches Kamala with a modified neck breaker, a drop kick. Astro shoots Zalazov into the corner. Chaotic scenes here in this no-holds-barred match. And now we're back in the ring. Kamala's got him up. Drops Lucky Colt over the top rope there. With Zalazov with a vertical suplex on Astro. With the hyper cannons. Trying to find a way to punish the Silent Assassins. And oh, look at this, in the ring! The Tombstone Pile Driver in the center of the ring. And that could just about do it, but Astro making his way to his feet as quickly as Alexei Zalazov. He's slumped against the ropes. There's a clothesline sending Astro spilling to the outside. Zalazov now coming to the aid of Lucky Colt. But there's a drop kick from Astro. He cuts him off. Intense violence here. The Sonic Fist combination. And Astro. There's a drop kick. Not sure if he got it all. Astro pummeling Lucky Colt. Zalazov working on the Bouncer. Throws him into the barrier. And Lucky Colt has the cover on Astro. Referee doesn't see it. And now Zalazov. But Astro is able to cut off the pin. I don't think the Hyper Cannons are going to mind that too much. They're content to keep pummeling these Silent Assassins, punishing them for their indiscretions of the last couple of months. Really, over the last year, BWA has been nothing but a poison in CWA. But there's a sunset splash on the bouncer. Lucky Colt throws that stop sign, but no. The bouncer able to kick out before the referee can make the count. And these fans are chanting for tag team wrestling. This feels like a different beast to me. There's no tags here. This is a street fight, pure and simple. Nice knee strike from Zalazov. Lucky Colt going after Astro now. Zalazov running in to try to join his teammate. Maybe getting under each other's feet though. The bouncer writhing in agony. Zalazov focusing up. But Astro. Oh no, the double underhook powerbomb. And now Astro has got Zalazov, German suplex. And there's a kick. Those martial arts kicks by Astro finding their target, but Zalazov endures. The rockin' Ukrainian. And oh, look at that, Lucky Colt coming to the aid of Zalazov. Hits the Bulldog. Chaotic scenes here. And now the Hyper Cannons. Working together. The stop sign puts Kamal and the bouncer back down. Astro's in the ring. Lucky Colt got the cover. He got the cover! And the Hyper Cannons win! Zalazov's ready to throw down with Astro, but the bouncer is down. The damage is clearly got the better of the bouncer. He is down. The Silent Assassins slinking their way out of here. The Hyper Cannon celebrating the win. A tremendously hard-fought victory here in the grudge bout. And hey, look at that! It's Jessica Hager! Jessica Hager is in the ring! She's back! And the Hyper Cannons are elated! But up next, it is all about the World Championship, the 6-man elimination, and perhaps the end of an era. I shouldn't editorialize, but in my opinion, this could be the end for Victor Ortega. He has picked one too many fights. And it is time for what could be the end of an era. Here comes the first challenger, a surprise addition to the match in some ways. Sheep the Royal coming out here. He has had his conflicts with Ivan, but all 6 competitors, well, with the exception perhaps of King, have had their interconnected issues. It is all about the World Championship, the undefeatable World Champion, Victor Ortega. He sent the challenge to the champions of the world, and they came over the last month. Victor Ortega has been burning the candle at every conceivable end. Now he faces the ultimate challenge. Sheep the Royal, just one of 5 competitors, and there will be no shortcuts in this match. To win this bout, to claim the championship, you must eliminate all 5 men. And I think after the wars that Victor Ortega has been fighting, it's just too much. Sheep the Royal still bandaged in that midsection, suffering the injuries from his battles with Ivan and Boris Gagarin. United and mighty, and speak of the devil. Well, here he comes wearing that Ivan Coin sponsored t-shirt. The sponsor for CWA Undefeated, follow the blue star. The future of spending is now. And Ivan has said all along, if you deny opportunity, he will take it, and he has made every effort of the last few months confronting Victor Ortega, attempting the attacks. He has attempted to cut off every conceivable contender who has emerged. He jealously guards that championship, but until now, he has not been able to get the shot. At long last, Ivan will get his shot. But this could be, perhaps, the favorite in this match, the man that could stand in Ivan's way, the man who did stand in Ivan's way. Finished him off in mere seconds. Of course, Ivan had already had the match with Sheep the Royal. That was some weeks ago. Hugo Andore. He had the championship match. The Wraith got involved, interrupted, and ended in a no contest. Victor Ortega says that on the basis of that, he's confident Hugo Andore can't defeat him, but I think some people may doubt that. The bravado, perhaps, of undefeatable Victor Ortega just clouding him to Hugo Andore's true might. Hugo has really accelerated as one of the top dominant forces here in CWA. He lords over this ring and just soaks in this atmosphere. Who knows, this could be the night when Hugo Andore claims the title and makes history. Any one of these guys could easily take this match. It is going to be a highly competitive situation, I am sure. Oh no. Well, this man has cast his influence over the entire night, and he too will be a major threat to this championship as he stalks through the darkness that he has cast over this arena. He is called the Wraith, and he has amassed power in CWA that we may never have imagined. A member of the Blood Wrestling Association and the figurehead of this cult that has emerged and has been plaguing us over the recent months and of course throughout tonight. He is a corrupting influence here in CWA. He has faced Victor Ortega before during the BWA takeover of Hager Stadium. Victor Ortega managed to defeat both the Wraith and Kamala the Bouncer in the same night. He did so using the trap of a steel cage. But tonight there are no traps, no advantages. No, the arena's bathed in red. Oh no, not this. And there is the fire shooting up in front of these challengers. The Wraith is a supernatural force. So bizarre. And now, the X Factor in this match. He came to us last night on Saturday Night Slam Masters. He stepped in for the heck in the battle for the king of Lucha Libre. He is a luchador. He is king. And as far as CWA is concerned, he is undefeated. One match, he got the victory over King of Dinosaurs. King is one of the greatest wrestlers in the world. He is sure to be a threat, the NDGI champion. His title will not be on the line. It is all about the CWA World Championship and Victor Ortega's obsession with competition. Well, I think he's found it here tonight. This match put together by the acting commissioner, Captain Commando. And look at this, King is here. I still can't quite believe my eyes to see King here in the macho ring of CWA. It is really something else. Oh my! The time is now. The champion will have no advantage here. 6-man elimination match. To win the bout, you must eliminate 5 other men, or at least outlast them. But Victor Ortega will have the biggest target on his back as he steps into this arena, possibly for the last time, with that golden belt around his waist. He is 11-0. There is one blemish, one question mark, and that is the no contest from his championship defense a little over a month ago to Hugo Andore. It ended in a no contest when the Wraith emerged. And he dominated Victor Ortega. Of course, Ortega had already fought that grueling match. Could it be the Wraith who claims the gold? Victor Ortega gazes upon that championship for perhaps one last time and lets out a roar. He is the only official champion that CWA has ever known, a founder of CWA, and the sole holder of that belt. That symbol of the absolute pinnacle of competition. And Ortega pays tribute to the championship. It is not about ego. It is about competing at the highest level. Ortega desires nothing more than to meet the man who can defeat him. Perhaps he has met that man tonight. And they eye each other up. It's the Wraith going after Ortega. The champion under siege here. But now Ivan shoving the Wraith out of the way. And now Ivan going after Hugo. All of this bad blood is clearly boiling up here. And Ivan perhaps the most connected to all these guys. King is the X Factor on the shoulders of the Wraith. We're going to do our best to keep track of this competition. It's going to be chaotic. Hugo Andore has the Wraith up in the torture rack. He's got him in the torture rack. Early days. The Wraith able to fight his way out. We saw that torture rack effective earlier tonight in the Tag Team Championship match. The titles changed hands as a result of that move. Could that happen here tonight for the CWA World title? Hugo Andore. That massive hand just slapping across the chest of Sheep the Royal. And now Victor Ortega is up in the clutches of Hugo Andore. But Hugo is a big target, and King has got himself a kendo stick. Sheep the Royal cutting him off. Sheep the Royal hooks the leg, but no. And Victor Ortega powering up, but the Wraith catches him from behind. This is not the match to be taking opponents lightly. You got to have eyes on all corners with this many competitors in a single matchup. The Wraith hooks the leg of Sheep the Royal. Sheep able to kick out. Ortega with the springboard forearm on Ivan, but now the Wraith cuts Ortega off. Action inside the ring and out. The Wraith press slam on Ivan, and now Hugo's got King up. Unbelievable. Victor Ortega right in front of us. Sidewalk slam on Sheep the Royal. And Hugo sends King flying across the ringside area. Hugo's got a steel chair. It's like King able to knock it out of his hands. Victor Ortega also in the vicinity. We got 3 guys in the ring, 3 guys outside. Oh, the double team on King! They did the double DDT, and now Ortega takes Hugo down with a Russian leg sweep. I can't believe that. Hugo and Ortega for a moment there on the same page, working against King, perhaps not happy that the guy from the outside division, the MPGI competitor, is here at CWA. I don't think either of them want to see that. And maybe this is Ortega's salvation. If he can maintain distance from some of these competitors and maybe provoke them to fight amongst themselves, maybe he can endure here as King takes Ivan down. And it's Ivan and Ortega right in front of us, slamming against our desk. A little too close for comfort as far as I'm concerned. And now King has Ortega up. Is this a torture rack? It looks like it might be a torture rack on Ortega. This has proven to be a popular move. Ortega fighting out of it against King. Slips out, goes the waist lock, and now throws King into the ring. Sheep the Royal drops Ivan over the guardrail on the far side. And now tying up with Hugo Andore. Snap suplex. The Wraith seemed to disappear for a while there. He's back in action. Ties up with Sheep the Royal, but Sheep drops him with a face-first DDT. Hugo Andore has Ivan up at King. Makes the save, and then we got all 6 men now clustered together right here at ringside. Ivan strikes at Victor Ortega. Ortega slumped over the barrier. Fast and furious action here at CWA Undefeated. King's got Ortega. Was that I don't know if that was a tombstone or a shoulder breaker. And Hugo off the top rope, landing on the Wraith in the ring. Elbow drop. He's got the leg hooked right in the center of the ring. Now the Wraith kicks out at 2. And I would have had to consider that an upset. But Hugo Andore gets him up in the torture rack. Oh no! The Wraith able to counter it, hooks the leg. Hugo kicks out confidently at 1. Hugo and the Wraith had their issues in the lead up to this match. Looking maybe for the Lucifer drop, but no. Hugo Andore slipped out of it. Russian leg sweep from King, taking Hugo down. The Wraith, though, quick to seize upon the opportunity. Gets King up, and there's the Lucifer drop. Leg is hooked. Hugo doesn't want to break the cover. It's to his advantage to see another man eliminated. Hugo gets the Wraith up in the ring. The gear breaker. And he goes for the cover. He's got it locked in there. Oh, the Wraith kicks out. And still no eliminations in this 6-man match. Hugo gets the Wraith up again in the ring. Another Giga Breaker. That is 2 Giga Breaker finishers. And oh my, the Wraith is the first man out of the match. I can't believe that. I did not see that coming. And we are down to 5. Hugo running around the ring, maybe just checking on the Wraith, making sure the Wraith is dealt with. Sheep the Royal and King, Ivan, Victor Ortega. Now Hugo's approaching. We got all 5 guys here clustered in this corner pocket. Ivan seems to be down. Sheep the Royal drops Victor Ortega. Hugo just whipping King around. Ivan slams Hugo into the barrier. Sheep the Royal now going after Ivan. The bad blood between these guys, I'm surprised they haven't killed each other. Oh, a Hurricane Run on Hugo. King taking him down. And now King with kicks and whoa, what a drop kick. Hugo Andore is down. King's got a steel chair. Oh, he's using that chair on Hugo. And again. Hugo desperately scrambling to his feet, trying to stop the assault. Hugo with it. Victor Ortega with a chop block on Sheep the Royal. Goes charging in with that crossbody on Hugo. And King has Ivan on the top rope. The Jaguar masked. Oh, look at that. The Jaguar buster. The Jaguar drop. Ivan is out. King has eliminated Ivan. And this field's starting to thin. Victor Ortega's got to be relieved at that. But now King has got him on the top rope, looking for this finishing move, the Jaguar drop. What do you call it? But no, Ortega wriggled out of it. The jawbreaker by King. Ortega fires back. Ortega and King in the center of the ring. Oh, look at this. The muscle bomb. The muscle bomb on King. He got him. A major development, a series of upsets, but hey, somebody's got to get eliminated. And now Ortega has got Sheep the Royal. Oh, the sit-out powerbomb. And now Sheep the Royal's out. And it is down to Hugo. Hugo throws a wild hand, misses it. There's the muscle bomb. This could be it. Victor Ortega. No. Ortega, the undefeatable champion, suddenly stands alone with Hugo Andore. Hugo, very slow to move here. Ortega to the middle of the rope. They tie up. King struggling to his feet. King unlucky. Hugo just plants Victor Ortega with a slam. And now Ortega. Desperation strikes. He faces the biggest man in CWA. Ortega has said he doesn't think Hugo can beat him. But right now, Hugo's making a convincing case. What a toss. And now hooks the leg. Referee doesn't see the leg. Under the ropes. No, Ortega able to kick out. Hugo is here to win that title. Going to the top rope. High risk, but no. Ortega stirs and Hugo thinks better of it. Hard shoulder tackle. And now what's Hugo got in mind? This giant gets Ortega up over his shoulders and drops him down. Recover. It's not enough. He's got to maybe go for that Giga Breaker, maybe thinking about a choke slam. Hard knee. Ortega in trouble. The splash. No man wins forever. And Hugo Andore's got a steel chair. No. Ortega keeping clear. Springboard. Crossbody. Hooks the leg. He's won matches this way. But no. Hugo Andore is determined. He has been pursuing that championship. Hard shot from Ortega, trying to cut this 7'10" giant down. He is like a mighty oak. And Hugo, perhaps starting to believe that he could be the next world champion. I'm believing it too. Hard elbows to the top of the skull. And there's another. Shoots Ortega back to the ring. This is not falls count anywhere. But it is no disqualification. And now Hugo's got that stop sign. Right to the back. And Ortega is reeling. Hugo considering the chair, but no, he's going to go for a cover here. And we could have a new world champ now. What is it going to take? Looking for the splash. Ortega gets clear. There's a takedown. Now Ortega has the chair, but no! Hugo with a chokeslam! Hugo with a chokeslam! And now he's going up top! This has got to be it. Comes down with the axe handle smash! Ortega in big trouble! Hugo's got the chair! No, he missed! Ortega, desperation kick! He's got the stop sign! Nails Hugo with it! And just tosses that sign, that steel sign, right at Hugo. Through to the midsection. There's the muscle bomb. Could it be? Oh, you gotta be kidding me! We thought it wouldn't happen, but it has. The name on the marquee was Undefeated. Victor Ortega came to CWA Undefeated. And he leaves still the world champion. And perhaps the legend is true. Perhaps he truly is undefeatable. The champions of the world. These 5 incredible muscle poppers. Can anybody possibly defeat Victor Ortega? After this, we can only wonder. This crowd is stunned. Victor Ortega still on top of CWA, still undefeated, still the world champion. Be with us next week for Saturday Night Slam Masters. Thanks for watching.
Make no attempt to reload your device. You are now entering the hellhole.